Alright, guys. So, we have a game between Wizard, the green Protoss player in the top right, and Various, the Zerg yellow player in the bottom left corner. Oh my god, see messages? Give me a second. Gotta eat my crunch bar, man. Good. Now, this is the first game being played of the losers bracket. Brandon lost to Kang. Various lost to Morphicom in a 2-0 match series, and Wizard lost to Joshua Bong. Mark lost to, what was it? Vlaire, I believe. 2-1, taking one game with some very good DT play, scouted by his opponent, but still could not be dealt with properly. You got a drone scout coming out around the minute mark. What was it? 1:30 minute mark. Production, we have probes being produced. Yes, fairly standard play. Second overload coming out, so Brandon isn't going for too much cheesy play. He sees the forward pylon. The drone should see the forge coming out as he starts heading back. Looks in the base, doesn't see anything. Might get suspicious. Have the probe moving over to deal with that problem. Dropping another pylon, actually. We'll have to see how the placement. Placement's good. We'll close up the wall with, like, let's say a gateway or something. Fairly early forge, to be honest. Usually what you want to do as a Protoss player, dropping a forge, usually the timing is 17 Nexus and forge. Place either one first, depending on, let's say you want more safety to put the forge down, or you want a quicker Nexus to put down the Nexus. So let's see what we have scouted. Finally moving out. We see that he saw all the buildings, saw what's going on, but how much information does he take advantage of? Got extractor coming down and a spawning pool, which means he is going to go for early speed. Gas for the... Yep, going to move over the 3 probes already. Drones. The spawning pool coming out. So what Wizard wants to do is scout the spawning pool. Notice that his opponent does not have another hatchery out. And, oh, another gas coming on, actually. Usually it isn't a very good idea to get such... Zerg players don't usually opt for that early second gas. So you have the probe walking in. What does he see? He does not see the spawning pool in the back. Oh, 2 lings come out. So he should realize that, yeah, there are going to be lings out there. There is going to be pressure out. What he needs to do, over here, yes, close out that wall, complete wall off. Should drop cannon as well to deter those Zerglings. So we do have them. Oh, is he Zerglings? Production? No, that's another drone. He just has the 2 lings. I don't suppose he's gonna run into the base and try to do something about that. Nexus has been dropped down, almost finished. 2 extractors are going down. Have the overload over here and over here. Let's see if either player goes for any ninja expansions. With this kind of map, especially if it's cross spawns where it's not diagonal like the way it is right now, what happens oftentimes is that, not oftentimes I would say, but ninja expansions are popular because of how those parts of the map aren't usually scouted. So what do we have going out? We have metabolic boost coming out from Various. We have a photon cannon coming out. Let's see if the placement's good. Placement is good. It's going to be behind these 2 pylons. 2 pylons means that he's pretty safe knowing that these buildings are going to be powered off, and he's going to be in quite a struggle, I would say. So what do we have? We have lings running out. Going to run to the base of the Protoss player. Going to drop another cannon. I would say that's a bit too safe, but hey, do what you want. So we have the Nexus finishing. Isn't going to move some probes over because he doesn't have very strong saturation anyways. Did drop a lot of minerals on the buildings as opposed to, let's say, more drones and chrono boosting up those drones. Have the cannon coming out. Going to start attacking the forge. Or realize, oh man, there's a cannon. Probably another one building too. Let's see if he saw it. Did see the cannon building, so he's going to realize, oh man, I can't break this wall. What does... Ooh, I was about to say, what should he transition into? But no, he is getting Stargates. Stargates is going to be very good against Various if Various does not opt for, let's say, Hydralisk then. You see a Roachborn coming out, so this Stargate may be a pretty strong early pickup for our Protoss player. More lings running over. So we have 7 lings, but these things aren't going to do anything to 2 cannons on this wall off. I don't know why he's committing to this. We do have an Evo chamber coming up, but what he really needs, oh, 2 Stargates coming out from the side of the Protoss player. Has the 2 gases finishing, so he's going to have a lot of gas to sustain that. Oh, dropping 2 pylons with the fears. Oh, he has supply block in the slightest. He just feels like, hey, look, I don't want to get supply block later, so I'll just drop 2 more pylons, even though I have a 22 supply gap between my cap. Oh, have them finishing. Needs to, I would say more probes. More probes are very good. You have the Stargate finishing. He's gonna opt for that early Oracle. Oh my god, another cannon going down. Not what I would do. Cannons are quite an investment, and if I'd say a Baneling bus were to go in from our, I haven't been keeping track of this guy. What do we have? We have a Evo chamber, we have a Roach Horn, and we have a spawning pool. Looks like he's gonna use roaches to try to do a bust, but there are gonna be 3 cannons out. These Zerglings are gonna get the brunt of that. And if this air goes out, oh, we'll see what he does with this air. Hopefully the Zerg player won't scout it and deal with it. So we have the roaches coming in. Uh-oh. He will run past the Zerg player. He is working with those units right now, so it is likely that he saw this. This is, what the heck? Just the 3 cannons in the front, gonna drop a Robo facility. Personally, what I would do with 2 Stargates onto base, I would commit to the Stargates because those are very effective units. What is he doing? Just send it to the mineral line. You don't have to follow these roaches out. No! He turned on the. What is he doing? Oh my god. There. Look at these mineral lines. Untouched. Perfectly clear. What he's doing, he's following around the roaches. No. What you want to, yes, get the void ray out. Those roaches are going to melt to that void ray. But this Oracle needs to in his enemy's base, dealing with those mineral lines, cutting that income. The income that is even, because both players are on 2 bases. Looks like those cannons are, oh, targeting the pylon, yes. Targeting down those roaches. It looks like 1 pylon will fall. But looks like our Protoss player will be able to hold up this attack. 1 pylon has fallen. Should get another pylon in the back, or maybe 2, to make sure that this wall isn't busted. Because remember, if that pylon goes down, every building there is going to fall. So we have the Robo facility out, not building anything though. Getting out another Oracle, getting out another Void Ray. Fairly high saturation in this main. Should start moving his probes down to the second base and start using that one. Start working, you lazy little strut. Yeah, we have another pylon going down. He's gonna power those buildings. What do we have on the side of the Zerg? We got Spore Callers going down because he does realize that there is gonna be a lot of air pressure. If our Protoss player decides to take advantage of those Oracles instead of trying to attack roaches, which are armored with that thing, waste energy. We have the Hydralisk going down, so our Protoss player should really, uh-oh, this is a lot of air. Doesn't even have any ground units, so, oh wait, no, has a Warp Prism. What in the world is he gonna do with that Warp Prism? Oh my god. What am I gonna see here, folks? Picked up 4 probes, moving them over. We'll see how far this thing goes. Meanwhile, look at the production tab. We have a Spire coming out, as well as 2 extractors, probably on the natural of the Zerg player, as well as flying attack too. So our Zerg player is transitioning into Mutalisk with the flyer attack. Our Protoss player needs to transition over to Phoenixes, because Phoenixes are super strong against those pesky Mutalisks. I really hate Mutalisks when I'm playing as a Protoss player against a Zerg player. A lot of map control, and I just don't have the force to deal with them. Usually I don't opt to go to air, so I don't have the resources I need to deal with that. We'll see what units he has. We have a lot of Oracles coming out. We have a lot of Void Rays. The problem is we also have, Mutalisks coming in. And a Roach Hydra composition. These Mutalisks are going to do a lot of damage. Those Void Rays cannot do enough, aren't that big of a threat against these Mutalisks. These Mutalisks are just going to fly around the back, actually attacking the mineral line. Huh. Our Protoss player should take notes. I hope he attacks, at least I hope he attacks the mineral line, because it would be really stupid for him. Just go in, let's say, start attacking those pylons over there. Look at production. We have the Spire still. Wait, does he have 2 Spires or something? Alright, we have. Oh, yeah, he did opt for 2 Spires. I was gonna question his why he, Oracle's over here. Are gonna scout them, are gonna follow them, but I guess our Zerg player doesn't realize that these Oracles cannot attack air. Has an observer out. Our Zerg, oh no! Our Zerg player does not realize there's a base here, but let's see the warp person. We'll see if he realizes, hey, there's some fishy stuff going on here. We have in production. We have more roaches coming out. We have fire attack too, and a ton of hydralisks. We have the Nexus building. Just starting to build. Oh my god! Dropping a ton of photon cannons. Talking about a ninja expansion. But what do we have? We have an armored ninja expansion. That thing is going to deal with any threats that come its way. But we do have units moving over here. It looks like we're going to... Looks like our Protoss player really likes cannons. I want to do a cannon count. Let's see here. We have on the units tab. We have 22 roaches, 6 mutalisks, and 8 hydra. Oh! Those cannons are going to start going to work. Uh-oh! Those hydralisks are not in range, but not even attacking with most of his army. Ooh, I saw some movement out there. We have mutalisks going in, but... No cannons in the back line to protect those probes, so they're all a lot of them are going to fall. He needs to start moving his air force over to deal with these mutalisks. These mutalisks have let's see the units lost tab. We have a drone count that's going. No, that's a units lost tab, not the drone count. We just lost lost a lot of probes there, so his economy is going to take a big hit. You have another attack wing in the front, but those are still a lot of cannons. I think these are going to deal with the roaches. Alright, no, it needs to target the Orthosis pylon to power all these buildings, and no, it does not opt to target that. Using his oracles in his main army air force. So, opting for a really strong air force. Uh-oh, we see over here, what do we have? We have Overlords! I think, I want to see where these are moving. Uh-oh, they're moving over here. He's going to scout this. He's going to see, and these cannons are going to... Oh my god. Okay, over here we have the Mutalisk Wars being attacked by those Void Rays. We have a large, massive Void Rays, so they aren't gonna be too threatened by those Mutalisks. He realizes soon enough that he doesn't lose an Overlord there. Is gonna start moving his Mutalisks over, but they're just gonna melt with all these photon cannons, especially at the front. But yeah, isn't even mining from this base. It's just a base, just for show. Who needs who needs freaking mining? Has Corruptors out, but Corruptors are weak against our huge Void Ray force here. Is ours? That's a lot of Hydralisks. That Robo Bay should really start trying to pump out, I'd say, Colossi to deal with the Hydralisk, and at least have a ground army with unit stab. We have purely air units. We have 2 Phoenixes, we have 2 Oracles, we have 14 Void Rays. Our Protoss player needs to get a decent ground force because Hydralisk will try to be focusing the air. The ground force will be putting pressure on them and doing a lot of damage. Over here, what do we have? We have I'm not sure what's going to go on there, but we have a lot of Hydralisk. Our Protoss player has enough forces, I would say. He needs to make sure the Oracles, if he's going to at least use them in his army, attacking the Hydralisk. Hydralisk are fairly fragile, only 80 health, and not much armor. But do a lot of DPS, so that's why they're such effective units. A lot of DPS, but they are fragile. That's why Roach Hydra is a very popular composition. You have the roaches in front to absorb the brunt of the damage. I think 145 health, a lot of health. Very beefy units, and we use Hydralis in the back with a longer range to, of course, deal DPS. Starting to mine here, we got pylons going out in the back. Maybe gonna put more cannons because we know our player loves cannons. Still probing back out. Maybe wants to move like some of these probes over here to start mining. What do we got here? We have movement. We have Corruptors and Mutalisks going out. Flying around what he knows to be a ninja expansion. Uh oh, he's just gonna go around and do damage. These cannons aren't gonna do anything. Starting to attack the pylons. I don't know about this targeting. I feel like he should be trying to take down the Nexus. Severely inconvenience the player. Looks like our Protoss player is going to drop a ton of cannons down to try to deal with this, but no. If our Zerg player decides to target the other pylons, these things aren't going to do anything at all. We have the Air Force. Oh, that's a lot of Phoenixes. Able to pump out a lot of Phoenixes. We look at the production over here. We have 2 Stargates. I think that's the only 2 he has, actually. Full Air Toss. Sky Toss. Air Toss. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. Phoenixes are weak against Corruptors. Are going to take a lot of damage from them. Uh-oh. Did he kill his own Phoenix with the units lost stab? It's evened out now. Uh-oh, using his Phoenixes to attack Corruptors, but Corruptors are strong against Phoenixes. I see why now, because Phoenixes do no damage to these Corruptors. But it looks like he's dealt with his Air Force, but Air Force far out of positions. We have what appears to be a bus going to the front base of the Protoss player. It looks like he's gonna finish those buildings that finish those soda cannons. But yeah, 2 pylons. I don't know. That's enough. You gotta have a good balance of both pylons to keep those buildings powered, as well as cannons to, of course, defend those pylons, because pylons are kind of worthless on their own without any units or cannons to defend them. Supply and power are very important. What do we have here? The Protoss army. Let's see. I think he's gonna start moving to the base, his enemy base. But meanwhile, in the front base of our Protoss player, we have a Roach Hydra bust going on. It looks like there are gonna be enough units to bust this out. He needs to start targeting the pylons. Gonna start depowering his opponent's stuff. We got a carrier coming out. Oh my god! But that's a lot of Hydras. They're gonna deal with this the lone carrier very quickly. Our Protoss player has. These Phoenixes get to the fight a bit too quickly, and they're all gonna fall down. Front base is being busted into. All buildings powered off. No more cannons left. Gonna take out the gateway. Gonna target fire down the. I think the Nexus, if he keeps his targeting solid. We have the Void Rays going on, turning on overdrive. Doesn't actually do extra damage to Hydras. Does extra damage to Roaches because they are armored. But Hydras don't take extra damage to that. Gonna clean up this little attack in the front. But we see the units lost tab. Still more on the side of the Zerg player, but has evened it out quite a bit. Has a lot of Corruptors going out, but nothing to use against these Void Rays. If our Protoss player was going heavy Phoenixes, these Corruptors would be very good. Have more Hydralisks. But I'd say against a kind of unit composition like this, heavy Void Ray and carriers, you need to go Mutalisks. Mutalisk would be very good against this, but no, he's not. We have a third base, quite full. I'd say. Let me check these. Yeah, I think recently started mining, but has been there for a little bit. We have Hydras trying to go into the front, but oh my god, look at all these minerals that have gone down. And to be fair, look at that pylon. These 2 pylons go down, like holy crap, that thing's gonna be busted. Corruptors going over. Those things aren't gonna do anything. They can't attack the ground unless he gets Broodlords. Like over here, what do we got? You got Great Aspire? No, he's not even trying to get Great Aspire. Still on layer. No, I would do. Go heavy Mutalisk, Hydralisk to deal with that pure Air Force that we see over here. What do we have? I think no, those are probes moving over to. I'd say where are they moving? Where are you taking those probes? Corruptor is moving in from the side. What are they doing? Oh man. Let me just deal with this a little second. Hopefully I didn't miss too much action. What do we have here? We have probes going over to make what I believe is another ninja expansion. Corruptors moving here, but they're not going to do anything. There's no air army for them to take down, but there's a Tempest out. Gonna melt all these Corruptors. Bam, Corruptors are dead. What do we have over here? We have Hydralisk moving over, but we do have a Sky Toss attack going on against our Zerg player. Looks like our Zerg player definitely doesn't have enough units to do a base trade, so he is going to start moving his army back to deal with this. Tempest is probably going to be targeted now first, which is bad. These Corruptors need to be dealt with actually, no, he has a ton of Void Rays. What the heck am I saying, man? Alright, looks like another Tempest will fall. Needs to start, needs to turn around these units. Attack the Corruptors. No, don't, not the Overlords. The carrier will fall, but the, so scared. So scared! It looks like our Protoss' Sky Force is gonna fall down, not properly target firing those Corruptors. I think he took out too many Hydralisks. We have another Corruptor going in. It looks like our Zerg player somehow dealt with that Void Ray force with, of course, those Hydralisks, as well as Corruptors, which is interesting because Corruptors are countered by Void Rays. Creep Sword is fairly mediocre. What do we have over here? We have a Tempest, just kind of chilling out. It's like, hey, I don't want to be over there anymore. Needs to get out more. I'd say, gases are just about finishing out. Needs to expand more. What do we have here? We have a very well defended mining base, but I don't think that's enough to really deal with this problem. Because actually, oh my god, what is he doing with his things? We have a Hydralisk. He's gonna see these probes. He's gonna start attacking them as well. Ooh. But it doesn't get any. We have another base being built. We have a lot of Milas going on. We have a very... Am I watching like an air battle or something? Is this like Battle of the Armadas? So we have our Zerg player moving out. Gonna start moving out to this base over here, the mineral patch. Have a lot of probes just chilling out. I don't know what you're doing, to be honest. They're gonna focus fire down this Nexus, but that Nexus isn't a very good target actually because just letting the Tempest wail on the Tempest. I believe have splash damage against air units, so that's actually a decent number of Tempest. Probably enough to deal with these. No, just the Milas, but this kind of air force is just too much for our Protoss player. We have Hydralisk, some Hydralisk at least, moving in from the side to assist in this. It's like all of our Protoss players' air forces will fall down. You know, I'd hate to see a game like Julian and Ian's where like they each ninja expand, and then one player keeps like they both like do a base trade or something, and one player refuses to give up and leave. We have cannons over here for some reason, and we have our looks like our Protoss Sky production is gonna fall as soon as these Milas do their work. What do we have over here? We have Overlords. They're gonna see all these probes. They're gonna be like, oh look, free probes. Protoss player does not even have enough resources to create another base right now because he only has one mining base. His entire army is gone. What can I say? He should just focus down something, please. Why isn't everything not dead? Got two Hydrals shooting at their spines. Pretty cool. Milas doing work, doing damage. He drops to GG. I don't have to sit through a ridiculously long game. I'm so glad. And our Zerg player Various takes the first game.